So anyway, then the pay-per-view started. And I should have known. But Brian, this is even richer because I understand that old Sockface, old Excalibur, the man behind the mask, the assault on our hearing that runs us off of the volume button on Wednesday nights every week.
The voice of AEW Dynamite every Wednesday night on AEW Dynamite.
On AEW Dynamite. He had to do all of the Forbidden Door pay-per-views they've had up until now because, of course, he's the lead announcer. And even though in the past Jim Ross has done New Japan announcing, and even though he's a fucking Japanese mark and his friends gave him this job, even though he had never done a television program in his life before he debuted on TBS, and you knew he was going to have to, but now they have legitimately hired New Japan Pro Wrestling's American announcer currently. He's been doing it for the past, 3, 4, 5 years, Kevin Kelly. But yet when they do a co-promotion between AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling, Kevin is there all right, but he's sitting in the B chair next to Sockface, who's never worked a fucking day for New Japan Pro Wrestling in his life, because he still doesn't have the, what would be the word, doesn't have the guts and the intestinal fortitude to say, you know what you're doing here, and I'm a fucking mark that got lucky. So since you're here, Kevin, you can do the show. Oh my God.
Listen, it is something to talk about. The idea that in just 2 weeks of Collision, a great episode and a episode, or a really good episode and an episode, Kevin Kelly has stood
or
out. Killer Kevin Kelly has stood out. Him and Nigel together have stood out. Just such a breath of fresh air from the bizarre, synthetic, frenetic pace of him with Shivani giggling along. And Taz just, I feel bad for Taz. He has to try to deal with these two morons on the mic. And Taz was good here when dealing with Kevin Kelly. I know they probably worked together in the past. But Excalibur, I don't know.
But then Taz later on disappeared. Well, I mean, of course.
And Shivani came back.
Goddamn, and Shivani came back. But I can understand tagging the announcers in and out because, goddamn, this thing was so fucking long. Although Sockface is never going to give up a second of screen time.
I will be under the table. No, but Shivani, they brought Shivani out to commentate over New Japan Pro Wrestling. Whatever you want to say about Jim Ross calls wrestling. So Shivani's out there just to yell, "This is great, I'm digging it. Wow, look at this." Why did he have to do this? It could have even been a two-man booth from that point forward. It probably would have helped things. So that's my only other thought about the commentary.